And now to a developing story at 5:37. A tiger at the Bronx Zoo testing positive for coronavirus. It is the first known animal infection in the U.S. and the first of its kind in a tiger in the world. Liza Lucas live at home with more details on this case and the social reaction to it all. Liza, I have to tell you, when I first saw this cross on Twitter, I thought it was made up. I mean, Tiger King on Netflix is really popular right now.
That's right. I think a lot of people actually felt that way. Nadia the tiger attracting quite the social media attention and conversation. We're going to get into those details shortly, but we want to make note that a USDA official says it is important to assure pet and animal owners that at this time there is not any evidence that they can spread the virus. So meanwhile, in addition to Nadia, the Wildlife Conservation Society says 3 other tigers and 3 lions are also showing symptoms. We're told that they all developed a dry cough and had decreased appetites, but are expected to be okay. Now, they say the animals were infected by a zoo worker. So back to your conversation on 11 Alive Facebook page, many of you wanted to know about how the tiger and why the tiger was tested given limited supply. I checked with the Bronx Zoo. They actually tweeted out that the tiger's testing was performed in a vet school laboratory and is not the same as the testing that is used for people. So a big point of clarification right there, because we saw a lot of questions coming in regards to that. Now, the USDA also recommends that if you are sick with COVID-19, to restrict any contact with your pets or any other animals, just like you would with any other people, until more about the virus is known.
And all of this coming at a time when so many people have headed to our animal shelters and they're adopting these pets and trying to have some company during this quarantine. I think we're all scratching our heads over this. Chesley, I know you do a lot of stories with Zoo Atlanta. Have they given any guidance on what's going on with the zoo here in Atlanta even before this really began to impact all of us?
Well, they had begun to shut it down long before we really started to see like these more and more cases start to hit our area. So I think things will be fine there. I'm really shocked by this.
Yeah.
You know, a tiger catching the virus, and you got to wonder about other animals, and then you start thinking about the spread. We were talking about last week. Will it get into mosquitoes? Can mosquitoes spread it? That kind of thing. That begins to start some panic, maybe a little bit more worry.
Yeah, there were some cases actually out of Hong Kong where they did test dogs and cats, and there were a few positive results, but they were such low pathogens that they reported that they didn't think that the spread would be from a dog to a human or something. That's what they're saying here, is that they're not, right now there's no indication that an animal can spread it to a human because it was such a low test, a positive test.
Yeah. All right, we're still learning much more about the coronavirus every day. We're learning little bits more.